I don't know what happened. My video just shut off. How y'all doing? Hey, this is Lottie with Tears and Wheat to Roll Show, where you show enough never know what you're gonna get. Might get to a point where your video just stopped. I mean, that's what it just happened to me. So welcome on in to Tears and Wheat to Roll Show, where you show enough never know what you're gonna get. I can't call it, y'all. Happy Friday Eve, though. It is Thursday. I think today is February the 9th, maybe. Yeah, I think today is the 9th. Yeah. So, we got some chakra cards, y'all. If I didn't show that, like, I don't think I did. Chakra cards. We got Work Your Magic deck. We got that. We got some conscious spirit going on. Yeah. So, again, Lottie, welcome back. Welcome to the wheat field. What up, my wheat? What up, y'all's wheat? How y'all doing? If you knew, welcome to you too. How you doing? Welcome to the wheat field. It might seem a little sporadic, a little chaotic, like what the hell is this and where did I fall into? If the spirit brought you here, hopefully it's a message for you. Stick around. It could be a vibe. I could be squirrel. It could be like old school Crisco, right? Where it start real slow, thick. Like where you had to get it out the can and put it in the pan, you know what I mean? And Most High come in and warm it up. It do. Because that's what we channel with the Most High. The infinite intelligence of the all and the breath of life. That's what we do. Yep. Our higher self, we have our ancestral help as well. And we be having those other energies too, like to, come and cause disillusionment and confusion, distortion, conflict and all that nonsense. We be having to pray to block them out. We got to pray. So, highly spiritual. Got to get the disclaimers because you might not want to stick around. You might not. I hope you stick around, but you might not. You know what I mean? Everything ain't for everybody, and you free to move around how you want to move around. So, yeah, we are highly spiritual. We are not religious at all. Nope. We study world theology. We do. Yes. And we look at how our Father, the infinite, eternal, Lord of all of creation, the Lord of all hosts, has spoke to as we feel all of the time. Yeah. And the breath of life is here, animates and connects and binds all creation because creation is whole. And we are all, called and made by the infinite intelligence, the word, aka wisdom, the principal thing. And that word is on everything. So therefore we can read creation. That's pretty much it. We got a little telekinesis sometimes, going on. Yeah, the breath moves and stuff around my table will move. You will see that. We scribe. So Father wants to say something, then we will scribe and write it out. And whatever is written, we will say. It is what it is. The message is what it is. The words are just words, So sometimes we cuss, it happens, shit is shit. So when it's shit, we say it. So that's what that is. We not profane, we not vulgar, you know what I mean? But it do come out, them shits, they do. It happen, it comes out. And depending on what the message is, it might come out a lot. I mean, just saying. The message is what the message is. I'm not perfect, I got a thing with Roman numerals. So sometimes I read them backwards. The 4 look like a 6. I'd be like, what is that? You don't want something else in here? You don't want to shuffle this on right now? What you want to do? Pray. All right, so we're going to stop and pray. Thank the Father, our eternal Lord of all of creation and all of the hosts. Yes, and every host, and everything in existence. Creation is whole and creation is complete. Use me, Father, as your willing vessel, surrendered vessel, to issue a message, a messenger, yes, to bring forth a message that will be edifying unto self, that I may serve up to you in edification for your sake, Father, yes. Please use me for your sake, for your will be done on earth, in earth, as it is in heaven. Yes, let this work be good unto self, my highest self, yes. Give me the discernment in order to move appropriately. You step forward, Father, and set me back. You come forward, Father, and deliver this message. I know not what to say. I don't know what to pray on this day. I don't. So I ask for you to come and give me the words that are not only good for self, that which I need in this moment, that I should serve up to you. you, Father. But give it to me in such a way that I can serve it out into your week, that they too may be edified and that they may serve you, Father. Let us come together over the principles that you will bring. Guide us, guide the message, and bring the principles to unify us, Father, yes, in this day, so that we may come together, magnify ourselves, and raise ourselves up, expand ourselves for our ascension, and so that we can raise that up to you, Father, yes, thank you so much. Some days we know not what it is that we are guided to do, what's coming towards us. It is uncertain. Truly, I feel the uncertainty of the intelligence working in this day. Allow me to have faith, Father. Yes, give me the faith, Father. Yes, to move forward in the way that you would have me move forward, to trust and to lean on you always, Father, in the times that I know not, where it's not clear, where it's cloudy, where it's muddy, where it's dark, Father. Please step in with your light, my internal light. Brighten my light, Father. Brighten my lumens up so bright that it will block out anything that will come against me for confusion, disillusionment, cause conflict, chaos, any distortion, Father. Block it out. Anything that will come against your good and perfect will, Father. We know that heaven has come to earth to reside on earth and in earth to do a work. And as we go about doing that work, Father, you know that there's energies that run to and fro, energies that you have committed to this plane, and they seek to stop us, to destroy that purpose. They seek to hoard that power onto themselves. Even though you called all things good and evil and created it for your purpose. And as we look at those energies and those tears in our lives, the troubles, the trauma, the hurt, the betrayal, the deceit, the lies, allow us to take that energy, understand it in such a way that it deepens our sympathy, our empathy, our compassion, so that we can grow brighter, stronger, ready to serve. For we are the wheat, Father, and we are called for good bread. Let the troubles edify us, giving us onto testimony, for we are victorious. We are victorious. In this day, I ask that you bring me into alignment with your will, Father, your good and perfect will. Exercising the faith, yes, Father, as a mustard seed. We only need the mustard seed. Will bring down mountains. Yes, it will slay giants. Walls will fall, and chains, Father, will break. Yes, at your word. If we be in alignment, Father, grant me your ashe and seal a space, or give me further words that I must pray. Source says to break free from conflict. Is it past? Current? Is it in their heart space, in the mind? Conflict in the mind, to break free from your current conflict in the mind. Sealed. Ashe. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Exercise some faith on this day. Breaking through any conflict that you have in your heart space, in your mind space, the mind here. Breaking free, releasing it, calming selves. Now that's why Father wanted to bring the chakra cards out. We got some conscious spirit and working your magic. Don't know the order that we gonna do them in? But we finna jump in. Let's get it. Let's get it, my way. Let's get it. Yes. Mm. Take a sip of faith, y'all. This one. All right, all right, all right. What we gonna learn today? I don't own that, y'all know that's Kevin Hart. I'm talking movies, y'all will hear movies, you will hear songs, you will see some of everything. Crystals, cards, books, texts, songs, movies, all of it. We do it all, we do it all. We be feeling it. You want anything out of here? No? Okay, let me move this out the way because this is just too much. We might end up with another chop it up session this week because we got a lot of cards on the table. We do. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 decks of cards, plus the chakra set up there as well. We got perfection and grief. 2 cards. You want this? No. Something else. Oh, there's something down in here. We got a couple of things. Expansion and service. You want this? No. This one? This? Alright. Trickery. So something could be tricking you, your thoughts. Father, say your thoughts. Expansion is here. You want that? This? No? Put it back. Alright, put that back. You want this? You want this? You want this? Alright. What's the order? This? This? This one. And then this. Okay. So, anything else for right now? No. Energy? Yes, okay. Get an energy for the weeds. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? We feel it is Thursday, Friday Eve. It is one of my favorite days of the week. I could tell you something favorite about every single day. I'm just saying. That's just my disposition. It's my attitude. Gratitude is my attitude. I hear the word boundary. And we got rejection. Ooh, that's out. Father say that's the energy. Put it right here. Or where you want right there? Okay. You're going to put it over here on this side. Because that's what Father said. Yes. So we have trickery, service, and perfection and grief. Trickery, lies, service, serve up to source of evil. So somebody is serving lies up to the source of evil. So they are not following the highest path. No. Perfection. Perfection. And lies. Ooh, so somebody is really good at lying. Causes grief. Yes, I couldn't stop writing. Father say I had to finish that. So it causes grief. Whoever is, you're dealing with somebody. Rejection. Yeah. Rejection now. Rejection to who? To the tears. Is somebody, is this a person? What is it? Is it an emotion? Is it a person? Is it work? Is it a situation? Is it energy? A spirit. This is a spirit that's in service of lies, and they perfect it, causing grief. Making who feels we are to reject the spirit of lies that is that is perfected in a service to cause grief. It's the energy, a spirit, yes. Who's affected by the spirit? Awe. Who are you? Source of all creation. That's it. So the one who sits above. Yes. Okay. Okay. So you're advising your wheat for us to reject the spirit of lies and deceit. the one that has perfected causing grief. Is that right, Father? Yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Is there anything else in here? Is there any advice? Yes. Where? It's in the questions. So we know that there is a spirit of deceit that roams to and fro. We talk about that all the time. Here again, this is not, um, you know, church. It's not church, but it's spiritual, right? And there is a spiritual battle that is going on, yes. And people tend to think that the battle is over. Yeah. People tend to think that the battle is over. But it's not. It's the same game that's been going on for eons and eons and eons and eons. And one of the greatest tricks, is that the energies don't exist. That's the dark psychology, right? To make you think that they don't exist. And they have perfected this in a sense where your service and the things that you do are in service onto them instead of the Most High God. It's like a way of diverting your service, your energy, your output, everything onto them instead of where it belongs, to the Father. In this space, again, you're free to move around, do what you want. But in this space, like I always say, our service is unto the Most High God, right? You know, every messenger that I've read about studying world theologies has stated that we are to serve the Father, the Most High God. And people argue about what they call the Most High God. I mean, the source is the source. I mean, you could say source, you could say the Most High, you could say the Father, you could say that which created all things, you know, however you term it. But it's energy specifically that look to hoard that energy. So personally, this is just my practice. And again, take it, leave it, free to move around however you want to do. My practice is to put all of my worship and praise onto the Most High. That is following the direction of the messengers. Throw a dart and pick one. And for that, for self, I can't go wrong. Like to give all of my worship and praise and honor to that which created me, which called my light. And no messenger created my light. None of them created anything. They didn't. Like they, again, as you hear me pray, I am a vessel, a surrendered vessel to be a messenger onto the Most High God. Surrendered for the use of, considering that heaven has come to earth to reside in earth and on earth to do a work. And in order for that work to be done, we have to surrender our vessel onto the Father to do the work. And when we place our surrenderance, in my opinion, do what you want, Will, this is all my understanding, the messages that's given on to me, I'm sharing with thee. So you take it, you leave it, what resonate, what don't, you free to move around. Just saying, free will is the whole thing. But to surrender yourself as a willing vessel, a messenger onto the Most High God to be used so that the work of heaven can be done on earth as it is in heaven. Thy will be done, the Father's will be done. That is a whole thing. It is a principle. It is the reason why we are called. And to be called to that work and to surrender onto that work, onto that service, must be very careful that you are surrendered onto the Most High God and not any other energy. Because none of the messengers said surrender your work onto thee. It said onto the Father that sent thee. And again, We talk about dark psychology and how our text has been revised and translated and revised and revised. If you go back and just collect books like early text all the way through current, you will see how the books have been changed. It's certain things that didn't show up in there until the 40s. It just depends on how you believe, how far you study, how deep in that word you get. Like in comparing the words to see how that trickery has been perfected. Father said they have perfected this thing. It's like the Matrix and Agent Smith and like the source, you know, that when he got back to the architect, that's what it was called, not the source, the architect. Neo was going to the source, what he thought was the source, but it was somebody called the architect. And the architect that had created the Matrix told him, like, this is our ninth iteration. You know, what are you talking about? Destroy the Matrix. We destroy Zion. We done destroyed Zion 9 times or 8 times, or this will be our 9th time, and we are getting exceedingly good at it. Think about it. These trickeries that want the service, your service onto them, they have perfected this thing. And yeah, it does cause a whole lot of grief. I feel not only grief for creation itself, but onto the Most High God. It feels our grief. We are pixels of the source, of the Most High. So, of course, the grief is felt. But it is all called on to your will, Father. For they can't, everything is in service unto the Most High. Is it not? Yes. So what the Father allows, creation of good and evil, I believe is a way for a source to perfect itself. Like we have to stand the test of time. We have to get through the test to the testimony. And we have to be able to look at it and discern in our heart what's real and what's not. What's really changed and what isn't. What hits your kingdom? Like your kingdom, your spirit knows. It will discern. But based on your programming and how sleep, how many levels of sleep are you in? Are you 10 toes deep? We say stuff like that all the time. I'm 10 toes down deep in this thing. Yeah, are you 10 levels down deep in there? Well, when you wake up, you still gotta wake up before you really woke. And then you gotta get the sleep out your eye. Because we wake up and folks want to start judging. Like you ain't still got sleep in your eye. Yeah, you do. You got sleep in there. I do. I'm still wiping the sleep out of my eye. That's why I don't judge. And I don't even judge you. I don't judge me. No. Why? What for? You want this one too? This? What is the most, we say, what's the mission in my life? What is your mission? Their mission is to hoard the power onto them. Like keep us asleep. Because again, these spiritual wars and battles have been going on for a very long time. People think that it's over. It ain't over. It ain't. We are soldiers in the army. We got to fight for. I'm just saying, y'all get down into them old school spirituals. Okay? That's why they talk about don't get weary in well doing. Folks, forget this. Yeah. What is the most courageous thing I've done and how did it make me feel? Yeah, this is pretty much the most courageous thing that I've ever done. How does it make me feel? Sometimes I be shaking in my pelvis doing this work I do. That's what being brave and courageous is about. To do it even though you nervous. To do it even though you afraid. To do it even though you are uncertain of what the road ahead looks like. To have some faith. To walk in faith. That's a whole thing, beloved, to have faith. Especially when you don't know what's happening. When you are unsure. When you were waking up out of what you were so certain about and just knew that thing, you knew what you knew until you realize that you don't know what you don't know. And then it shakes you. It's like, ooh, Like, you looking at everything like, what is the real? But you got to have some faith to be able to dig into your spirit and let your spirit discern and guide you. Yeah, to get in touch with something that probably has been covered up and smothered up, conformed, trickery. It's been perfected, causing grief in creation. Get another sip. What kind of good and beautiful things am I experiencing in this moment? Me? Yeah. Right now, it's good and beautiful that I could just put myself out there. My gift is out there on display. I don't hide from nobody. No, well, we got our 9 to 5, and we don't like everybody, left hand see what the right hand doing, but who's that? I mean, everybody is kind of like that. You got to keep certain things personal onto self. It ain't everybody business. So that's that. But to be real and authentic, though, and to share this with you all is like the greatest thing to me, like, and to share it, serve it up to the Most High, because it is edifying unto self, so that I may lift myself up, continue to learn and grow. I learn a lot. The Spirit shows me everything. I mean, like, to work so deeply with the breath and the infinite intelligence, to have the Most High God sit with me and to deliver a message onto me that's edifying, that I can serve up to the Father, and then be so full that I can serve that out onto you. That right there is amazing. It's the most beautiful experience I've ever had in my life. I mean, really. I wish that somebody could see what we do on a daily basis. When I hit that 9 to 5 and say, okay, Infinite, come on in here. You created this here thing. You already know the whole plan from A to Z, Z to A. Sit with me and guide me through this day. Show me what it is that I should be doing. My spreadsheets or whatever is acting up to what? I ask the Infinite to come in and help me. Show me parts of that spreadsheet I ain't never been through, seen before, which take me right to where I need to do to fix the problem, like all kind of stuff. Surrendered vessel. Yeah. And the Father will use you. Use you in a way that you could not even imagine. I'm talking about telekinesis and the ability to move stuff. The breath. The Father wants a card, it will pull it. I'm talking about, look, when this thing cracked open, one of my testimonies is this, is such. My family was like, maybe you should put the cards away. Because there's some things that's happening that's just like we've never seen before, and that's kind of freaky. So maybe you should put the cards down for a while. I put them in a box. Did I not, Father? Put them in a box. Put them away. Father said, when I want you to pull a message, I want you to pull a message. Got up and took me to the box to get the box out, to get the cards out. Well, get a piece of paper and write it down. It don't matter. You a surrendered, willing vessel unto the Most High God. The Most High God will use you and will use anybody. I ain't no raised up in, what is that, parochial school or monastery or anything like that to know. Look at who Moses was. Look at David. They were sinners. Father will use anybody, because there ain't no sin greater than any other sin, is it, Father? No. So for all of us to be used, He gonna use us. He's gonna use the ones with a testimony, with a story, with a walk. Somebody has said, use me, Father. I surrender on to you to be your willing and surrendered vessel. A vessel, a messenger, to bring forth a message that will be edifying unto me first, that I could serve to you, to edify your wheat. For the heaven has come to earth, to reside in earth and on earth, to do the work of heaven. And when you surrender yourself in that way, don't be surprised if Father come down and say you did say you were surrendered, right? Just saying. So what kind of good and beautiful things am I experiencing in this moment, delivering this message to you? Because it ain't me, it's the Father. Didn't I say, Father, come forth and deliver a message unto self, unto me first, that I may be edified? It's real. It ain't no matrix. It's for real. It happens. You are a whole dual entity. You have duality. And in that duality, you are still whole. Yeah, because creation is whole. All of her parts equal the whole. Yeah, you want this one too. This one. Why am I doing the things I'm doing right now? I just said that. Why am I doing the things I'm doing right now? I literally just said it. Because heaven has come to earth to do a work. And I told the Father, yes, I am your willing vessel, surrendered unto you, the Most High God, that which called all things, that created good and evil. Yes. I don't know where else to go besides that. All right, all right, all right. How often do I give myself permission to enjoy life? How do I feel then? Every day. Why? Because that's what we're here for. To give my ancestors, the Most High God, to give I mean, like, who says, Father, what would you like to eat today? Which cup would you like to pour? Father say, have some faith. This one. But do you ask? Do you acknowledge everything? What would you like to put on today, Father? What would you like to drink today? What would you like to eat today? Where shall we go? What shall we say? And let the Father lead you in all of your ways. That's the whole thing. And then to be able to do it out in the open with no shame. I'm talking about, I talk to the Spirit, the Father in the grocery aisle. Father, you want macaroni and cheese? No. Do you want rice? You know, no, you don't want that. Father said, I want no rice. What do you want? I hear lentils. Yes. See, I would have never thought lentils. Father say some lentils. I did see somebody that was making some lentil and okra soup. That sounds pretty good, but I don't know about the okra. Father say no okra, but the lentils, good. I was talking about going vegan. Stop eating meat. Yes. My soulmate knows this, whatever, we'll see. Because I go back and forth with it. I do. I feel like, animals be under stress. And we eat the stress. And we take the stress onto ourselves. Yeah. Plus the conditions that the animals live in these days is just not onto them. And, and then people get into it with vegetables. Aren't they alive? Well, yeah, but God said that, depending on the word, we are built to eat grains and herbs and veggies, like vegetation. We're supposed to graze, essentially. But I do love me some meat, though. I like wings. I do. I don't eat pork, though. I don't. To each his own. This is not suggestions for you to do. I'm just talking about me. It's Tears and We Tarot show where testimony meets tarot. It is. And I'm feeling the testimonial kind of day. I am. Anything else in here, Father? Nope. I shame. What does love mean to me? That's a good one. What does love mean to you? And behind that is, what does happiness mean to me? Happiness is being good with whatever is happening. That's my opinion on that. You want this one? This one? Okay. Conscious spirit. We're going to jump into that. Can I put this here? Okay, thank you. Yeah. So, what does love mean to me? Sometimes love is rejection. Love sometimes is that you have to reject some stuff. Like, reject the bullshit. Reject some of the things that you do enjoy in your life. Because they just may not be good for you. Like me. It's got my system all clogged up. You know what I mean? You always got to take stuff, colon cleanses and all this crap. Because your body doesn't readily break that stuff down like that. I think I said recently that steak is not the best form of protein. I mean, we know that. It's just not. Your body has to do too much work in order to get the protein out. So the return on your investment is just not there. It's not. You're really in a deficit by the time you get done getting a little bit out and how much it costs you to get it. Yeah. And we can see that in how many other places across life. Are you in a deficit? Do you want this? Do you want this? Or are you, this one, this right here? Are you at a deficit, or are you, what they call it, in the black or in the red? Yeah, all right. Father say, I am grateful for everyone and everything in my life and the lessons each bring. Breathe. Be gratitude. We said gratitude is the attitude. Gratitude is the attitude. Maybe we didn't say it in this recording, but maybe the other one, because we started recording and all of a sudden it just cut off. And I was like, what the heck happened to that? It just turned off. When I say just stopped, I mean stop. Anyway, y'all. Gratitude is the attitude. I am grateful for everyone and everything in my life and the lessons each brings, the trickery, the tears, the nonsense. Those spirits that come after you to try to get you to do something outside of what the Most High God has sent you to do. The distortion, the delusions, the confusion. Yes. What else? The conflict. Yes, the trickery, the tomfoolery, the downright fuckery. Yes. Was I supposed to say that? I know. Be grateful for it. Those tears, this one right here, those tears come against you to push you, to make you great. Is there something else? This. Okay, I'll get that right there. Anything else? No? No. Can I turn it over? All right. Yeah, third eye chakra. Look at that. That's good. That's the energy we're going to leave. Third eye chakra says, I see wisdom of my highest self and I apply this wisdom in my life. Go on, Father. Yes, I love it. You want this one yet? No, this one. Keep saying. Okay. We was talking about the tears and how they come to test us, to push us, to give us discernment so that we can learn and we can grow. Yes. A part of our coming is to not only find our service, but to grow ourselves up, to brighten up our light. Yes. To strengthen ourselves so that we can raise ourselves up. We are journeying. We going back to the Father, are we not? We on our way back. Find our way back. Big, big world, but we got it, baby. Find our way back. We just need to illuminate it, right? We have to just brighten our lights, brighten our lumen. And as we brighten our lights and brighten our lumen, we become so bright and so big. I feel like we magnify ourselves and we can become whole again. I feel like, because we're pixelated pieces of creation just spread out doing our thing, and we're learning and we're growing through this experience, but to come back to a state of wholeness, beloved, to be engulfed in the whole, I feel. Yes. To me, that's where the comfort is. Yes. Because all of us want to feel whole. We want to feel complete. And to know that you are whole and that you are complete is major. And those, you have gratitude, grateful for everyone, everything, right? All of it. The good, the bad, the ups, the downs, the sad, the known and the unknown. Just to know that you can have faith and that you're okay, that you are always held in creation. You could never go anywhere. You could never go anywhere. Ever. And that's one of the lies and the tricks, like you're gonna be damned and condemned and all that stuff. No. You are always held in the Father. You are always in creation. The Father keeps creation. Even the ones that run to and fro. Is that right, Father? Yes. Can they repent? Yes. Will they? We don't know. We don't know. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But right now, they are defiant. They are defiant. And they seek to trick you, to devour you, to steal your life, to have your service onto them, to hoard like an elite. Yes. As if they are above. Is that right, Father? And they are not above. They're not. No one is. No one is. The only thing that is above is the Father, is the Most High God. That's it. Can you have faith on that? That challenges a lot of people's faith, though. It does. A lot of people feel like there must be. Like the messengers, they are above us. And we have to, whatever. They bring the message. And they remind us of the principles. They do. And that's a good thing. That's something to have gratitude for. That's appreciation. But to say that, that's just the only way, how could it be when there's so many of us? There's so many of us. And the Father will speak to all of us. Every last one of us, the Father will speak to all of us. So if one was over here and there's a whole group over there, are we to say that that group over there doesn't receive the word, that they don't know the Father, they don't know source, that they don't have a connection to creation herself, to the Spirit? Of course they do. Of course they do. They just experience different from you. And different doesn't mean damned. It just means different. Everything serves the Father. Does not everything serve the Father? Yes, everything serves the Father. In the Father's will and the Father's capacity for that thing to serve. Even the ones that roam to and fro. Because they push us to grow and to learn. They do. So to have gratitude and gratefulness for everyone, for everything, is to have gratitude for the problems, for the issues, for the things that test you, that make you hold your boundaries, that establish your boundaries, that show you what your boundaries are. Yeah. That bring you back to the Father. I feel. Things that you are supposed to reject. Even when you feel rejected. Rejection for your protection. Yeah. Because there's some things that you want that you're not, it's not designed for you to have. You're just not. And it's supposed to make you, propel you, to push you in a certain direction. It's supposed to do that. Show you yourself. Give you the reflection. Rejection for your reflection. Yes. We either reflect deeply into self, that hermit, that spiritual light. Yeah, so you can be guided in the Spirit along your journey. So you can work your magic, Father say. You want to get these yet? No? Okay. Thank you for your message. Thank you for using me. Thank you for the reminder onto self, so that I may be full, Father, to grow, to mature me, so that I may continue on my journey of ascension. Give it to us in such a way that it is not only edifying unto self, that I may edify and serve that up to you, Father, but also edifying unto your we. Because I know there's more of me out here. It is. Thank you, Father. Thank you. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. You've earned all your stripes. Lioness, you've earned all of your stripes. Beautiful. At the end, you've earned all of your stripes. 1 and 3 is a 4. I feel stability. I see health and abundance. I see relaxation. I love the fact that she's sitting on a green blanket on growth. She's on the shores of the beach. We see the fish or a mermaid in the background, but I feel like it's a fish, like a grand fish. The shores, yes. I see kelp or seaweed, which is very nourishing. We were talking about nutrients and how we eat. And she definitely don't look like she has a problem with nutrition. No. She eating good. She's abundant. Yes, she is. She's abundant. And she's lush. And I feel just the calm. It's not like the waves are really, doing a whole lot. It's just that normal flow. I see that sunset glow. Like it's been a long day. What is she reading? Fairy tales. Maybe having some imagination, going on. Is there anything else in here? But you've earned your stripes, Father say. Yeah. You can be your own knight. That's back to the one. So we got stability with the four, celebration, accomplishment, I feel. Somebody is accomplishing something. Like she's done the work. Yeah. We say it all the time. Well, I've been saying it. Heaven coming to earth to do the work of heaven to reside in earth and on earth. And I feel like she's done the work. And now she's sitting on the beach, on the shores, relaxing, knowing that her work has, paid off. She can see that ROI. We was talking about that too. Like, how much work are you doing in order to get the result? Yeah. Every hurricane comes to an end. She's done the work, been through the storm already. Every hurricane comes to an end. Yeah, it does. We have root chakra. Root chakra. Going through that phase of survival, working, determining why am I doing this, raising yourself up. I have everything I need to do you want this one yet? This one. Okay. We got throat chakra. Because we definitely had a pause on that throat. It was like, tongue-tied, stop talking like, don't do this one yet. Father say, gratitude, speaking out, and then root. Okay, so I speak my truth and encourage others to speak theirs. And I was talking about my mission itself was to speak out, to testify, to testimony means Tarot, Ashe, because that's what this is. So, and that's a little bit different. It's not a lot of people that testify with Tarot. They feel like they need to be separate in some sort of way. People do talk about their spirituality in some channels, in some spaces, but to really dig into the fact that, the Father uses us in every capacity, and to see and recognize how the tears in your life come to prepare you for your service, for your dharma, to push you into service, to drive you towards your purpose, and how you move that pain into purpose is major, I feel. That, for me, is my mission. That is, for me, is my mission, to do that, And sometimes it is a challenge. Because I have to balance stuff out. You do. I have to balance it because otherwise it'd be like, to what? I could sit here and pull cars all day. I really could. But my obligations say, you got a 9 to 5 to slay. Ashe. That's what it says right now. I have faith that things could be different. You know what I mean? I do. Because like I said, if I could show y'all all of what we do on a daily basis in the spirit, tell what? We would put the Carhoosians to shame. I'm just saying. We walking around watching these folks do all kinds of, we ain't gonna talk about Father. I know. That's that trickery. Got us programmed. Looking at folks and coveting shit that just don't even make sense. Like, why are they even a thing? We know how Kim got famous. We be acting like they, what? Look at everybody that, the end result. You talking about a ROI? Anywho, she drove Kanye back to some sense, I think. I know. Look, Kanye been through the ringer. He thought that he could go in there and slay them dragons. Oh no, them some old shits right there. I know. Have some faith on that. That's definitely some unknown not unknown to you because you know everything. We just don't know what that is. I got a feeling. I got an inkling about. Anywho, y'all, that's some shit to reject. Father say, no, rejection. Rejection for your protection. Sometimes you just gotta block a whole bunch of stuff out. Them conformities, the things in layers that come to cover us up. Yeah, throat chakra, speak my truth and encourage others to speak out. So there's definitely more yous out here or more me's out there in YouTube land. Absolutely. I am not the only messenger that the Father sends, because people just commit themselves to doing the work of the Father. I mean, one of our most recent messages that's quoted often said, I must be about my Father's business. So everything that I do, I'm doing it in the capacity of the Father, asking the Father first, what shall I do? What is it that I am to do? And when I get off track, I feel the Spirit be like, look, you need to divert your attention back to here. And Father say, have some faith. Pulling me to my faith cup. I do. I do. Trust me. I was talking about faith earlier today. Yes. Yes. Because I want this here thing to give. I serve the gift and the gift serves me. Yes. Provision. Yes. All of that. Provision, prosperity, ashe. Because I got to do what I got to do. And there's some things that I must say. It's things that you guys need to say. Testify, testimony. Yes, to tell others so that they too can raise themselves up. It's encouraging. It's inspirational. That's affluence. To be able to share in such a way where people are inspired by the things that you say. Where they don't have to continue to go through them dark days. They can see that you made a way, that the Father will make a way. Yes, the way maker. You are here, healing every heart. I worship you. I worship you. Anywho, y'all. Root chakra. Getting back to basic, I feel. You know, we do start with that root, though, that instinct, that survivor instinct, you know what I mean? And a lot of people are just there. They are in that survivor root. Like, I got to make it today. That's why we pray, just to get through the day. But it's a whole couple of levels up before we get into this mind space. Raising up from the root, you got that sacral space where your kingdom, your spirit self lives. You got your enlightenment in that solar plexus, I feel, to discern, well, not discern, but to break down the things that you are bringing in, like from that root and into your kingdom. Like, you have to break that energy down. Your vessel receives so much data that comes in. We're putting stuff in, we're bringing stuff up. I mean, to me, it's like that central place right here between the up and the down flow. You can't be in your kundalini if you stuff go in and it's blocked here. If you bring stuff up and it's blocked here, and you is not breaking nothing down. You need that power, your sun power, to break that down. Yes, power. Brighten it up. Boom, I feel just like until it's about to explode. That's how I feel. Break it up. Get it up and get it out. That's what we do this, and that's what it's all about. Right? Getting back into this mind space right here, your heart, your mind chakra, so that you can discern, you can feel the real, beloved, the real, and get away from the trickery, the nonsense, the bullshit, that which they have perfected. This right here, to bring all of your service onto them. That's the nonsense. And then again, you ain't got to be perfect to serve. No. The Father, I mean, because none of us are perfect. The only thing that's perfect is the Most High. That's it. And even in the Most High, the expression is good and evil. Coming to balance with your whole you. Ooh, we talked about that yesterday. Coming to good with your whole self. I have everything I need to survive and to grow on a physical plane. Do you not think that some of them other attributes that you can dig into and learn from and use is good for you? So that you can get through this here plane? So that you can play the game of survivor and get through it. Yeah, yeah. Bear Grylls had to dig into some fortitude in order to do that. I mean, because I don't necessarily want to eat bugs and grubs. But if I have to get my hands dirty and get 10 toes deep down in this thing, we know how to rock it out. We do. We do. We can go into that bag if we need to. Yes, we do. We can. And we do. Ashe. But that I choose to raise myself up from that day and look at it and discern and touch with base with the Father, the infinite intelligence, the spirit, the ghost, the ooh, I know. Forgive me. Thank you. The breath. No damn ghost. I know. Anywho, the breath that feels and animates me to give me solutioning so I can solve the problems of the day, having faith that it will be revealed on to me. That's my faith. I could fight everything with my faith. And the fact that I've done it before and we are successful because we still here, we still breathing, and we've learned, and we still on the pathway of wanting to offer that up to the Most High. Oh, I have confidence in that. And there's certain things that I definitely have some show enough self-assuredness on, because you cannot tell me that I am not sitting around in a vessel that the aesthetic is a black woman. Oh, I'm confidently self-assured in that. And you can't come and tell me no different. You can't tell me that these eyes not brown. They are. They present brown. I know. You can't tell me that I didn't just use the bathroom like 15 an hour ago, because we've been on here about 55 minutes. Whatever. Go with your girl. You know what I'm trying to say. It's certain things that you just show enough on. Show enough to the show enough. As I'm breathing, show enough to the show enough. And there's certain things that you have some confidence on. Like, yeah, I believe that. I'm confident. Like, oh, confidence, right? And there's certain things you be shaking in your pelvis, having to be courageous. Where is it? What is the most courageous thing you've done? You might be having to pull out some of that bravery, like I said, shaking in the pelvis on your Bambi legs trying to get it done. But you faithful. See? Faithful. I got faith. I can do it. 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 Yes, I can do it. And once you get through all of that, because guess what? Every hurricane comes to an end. You get through all of that dancing on no puddles. Sometimes you got to hold your crown on. Like, you got to hold that boy down. You see how she holding on to that crown? Holding on to that crown. What? But then, you've done it. You've earned your stripes. You've done it. You may have had to reject some shit. You done had to push some stuff away. You had to reject the trickery of the day. All the nonsense that come to pull you away, distracts you off your path, off of the way that you should go. Yeah, because you know, of course, they don't want you to get to your Dharma. They don't. It's a whole battle going on. But to fight through the adversity, the adventure, that is the test. To get through the test to the testimony. Because you can do it. You can. Because every hurricane comes to an end. Every one of them do. And you talking about, we got root chakra to the throat chakra to the third eye chakra. I see the wisdom of my higher self and apply this wisdom in my life. And then behind that, we just spirit guides. Let's get it, Father. Let's get it. Let's get it, my weep. Let's get it. Yes. Spirit guides. What that say? I open my heart to my guides and trust in the wisdom that they share with me. Yes. We just said that. You have to reach out to the Most High God, to the infinite intelligence, like, ooh, I'm looking at some tears over here, and I'm really not for sure what it's going to do or what I'm supposed to do. But I trust you, Father, for your good and perfect will. You guide me. You gave me a perfect counselor. Yes, you are. That counselor is built in. It would discern. And we started with that. You run up across something that don't hit your spirit, you be like, tell you what your boundaries are, what they should be. What needs to change, what needs to shake up a little bit, like what you need to reject when you need to reject some shit. I'm saying. No, baby, we not doing that one. I'm just hold my peace on over here and have faith. I don't know what's coming, but I know that. I know how I know that kingdom said, That solar said, Nope. So we're going to sip on some faith. We're going to follow these spirit guides right here. Let the spirit guide you. Have the Father step forward. Boom. Bring some stuff back into your remember right here. This third eye chakra, wake it up. I see the wisdom. I see the wisdom of my higher self and apply the wisdom to my life. Apply it. Why? Because a lot of us are still in that root. In that root. Just trying to survive. Staying alive. Staying alive. Staying alive. Yeah, I'm sorry. Express it. Sometimes you might have to just speak out. Speak your truth. Let folks know what your boundaries is. Let them know when you rejected some shit. Like, no, that's not for me. That's not what it is. It's not. You've earned your stripes. You know what I mean? Because every hurricane comes to an end. The storms don't last. They don't last. Have some gratitude. Gratitude for what has come against you, what has grown you, what has taken you to your next level, giving you that energy so that you can galvanize, you can get the momentum, break it down, transmute that fuel. Why? Because you will use it to bust up out of there, to move away from all of this nonsense that's trying to get you stuck, to come away, to do this, to give all of that on to them. Whether it be, because these spirits, they represent themselves in the folks and the things and that we go through. Yeah, what did it say? I am grateful for everyone and everything in my life and the lessons each bring. These are lessons. And they come in the form of events and situations and people that they have influenced. But they still do the work of the Father. They do. Because the Father, the Lord, the eternal Lord of all of creation that called all things by its wisdom, its mind, that connects and binds it all with the breath of life, made everything good and evil and uses it to its own will. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So everything that we see that's going on, of course, if we're still battling and we're still raging, then the war still rages on. Why? Because we have to grow. We have to brighten ourselves. We have to grow ourselves. We need the fuel. We need the test. We need the lessons. Why? Because we come here to learn and to be better. And all of that learning goes to the infinite. It edifies. Not only edifies us, pixels of the source, so the source is still edified. Edify that we serve that up in purpose. Surrendering onto the service to serve it up. Being intentional. Offering yourself as a surrendered vessel onto the Most High God to be used. That right there is courageous. It is courageous. And it is a work that once you decide to do it, oh, they gonna come. We say it every time. Every time people get saved and they get on the right path, and what happened? They come. The test. They're gonna come. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, but what is the mission? The mission is to get through the test. To give yourself permission to just live, despite all of this, despite the rejection, despite the grief, despite what you define as perfection, because none of us can reach perfection. Perfection is with the good and the bad, the certain with the uncertain. To provide your service unto the Father, to deny the trickery, to see it, to discern it. When your thoughts are lying to you, when your emotions are challenging you. Because thoughts are sneaky. And your emotions are not your thoughts. Your emotions are your guidance system. And that guidance system is there to clue you in onto something. It's to clue you into something. Is it to show you your worth? To show you that you have a seat already, that your seat is waiting for you, because again, every hurricane comes to an end, and if you've earned your stripes, you definitely should know that you are worthy of this seat. You are worthy of this seat because you've earned it. You've earned it. I feel somebody whose storm is coming to an end. You've earned it. You've earned it. Yes. So, this right here, practice self-love. Remember to practice self-love. Remember to be grateful for everything and everyone. And then speak that out. Speak out that truth. Speak it out. That testimony of how you've risen above survivor. Like, I can do more than just survive. I hear, I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop, y'all, I'm gonna work harder. But guess what? Your intuition, the wisdom of your highest self makes your load light. It shares the yoke, the burden, because you are not doing it by yourself. You have guides, you have spirit guides. I open my heart to my guides and trust the wisdom that they share with me. Can you trust it? Do you have faith? Thank you, Father. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So grateful, so grateful. Message was truly edifying unto self, so that I may continue to serve you, Father, and edify you. Serve up, yes, your willing and surrendered vessel to deliver a message that's edifying, growing, expanding, magnifying, that I may serve out to my weak, to my brethren, so that you may do the same. Why? Because I love you. 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 I love you just like I love me. And to the next now, have some faith and just see. See what the Father does with thee. To the next now, y'all. With your girl Lottie. Tears and Wheatero show. Where you show enough never know what you're going to get. Because this right here is like a whole box of chocolates. It's where testimony meets tarot. You just never, ever know. So, I'll just call this one. Ashe.